new 2012 S1000RR has a handful of changes compared to the 2011. Obviously the 11 had impressive peak power, nothing really comes close, but the 2012 has more mid-range and more bottom end, so it's still got the class-leading top end, but now it's got a lot more grunt to get you off the corners, which makes it better on the track and obviously a better road bike because the torque is very usable. You can just roll a taller gear through corners and feel like you're getting really good drive. So that's from the engine point of view. The electronics have been adapted slightly. Sport mode now has the responsive throttle, where Sport mode previously had the sensitive throttle. A few little changes like that, but nothing major. The other changes really are the chassis. We've had a series of updates at the front end, at the swing arm pivot, and so on. So there's lots of slight differences in terms of caster, head angle, wheelbase. Very subtle, but together makes a significant difference to the overall package. The front end feels a little bit more planted, and the bike just generally has more rider feedback, so you feel like you can push it a bit harder.
Okay, so I really like the improvements to the 2012 model S1000RR over the old version because, you know, with what I do with the racing, we rely a lot on obviously going around corners fast, and the new triple clamp offset's a lot better. It introduces a bit more trail into the front end, puts a little bit more weight on the front wheel as you're going through the corner, so it really feels like you've got a lot more weight, and actually the bike to me feels like it's on rails in the front end. And another area that they've improved is the bottom end of mid-range power, which is an area where I wouldn't say the old bike lacked, but it's somewhere where I felt that, you know, we could have had a little bit more power in the bottom to mid-range last year versus some of the other bikes in their factory spec for superbike racing. So they've improved on that area too, which makes the bike really grunty off the turn compared to the old model, and it's really good fun to ride. You know, it reminds me of you know, a few years ago when the superbikes were really they were animals off the bottom, and it's just made the bike just a better package. I feel like I've got a lot more front grip, a lot more feel in the front, and a lot more power in the mid-range, where the two areas where I really wanted to improve on from last year to this year, and they've done it for me. So yeah, I'm really excited about this year.